And the start of fire season should be a wake-up call for home buyers in a red-hot real estate market.
But finding insurance for your dream home, if it's next to wildland, may give you some sticker shock. KPIX5's Susie Steimle has a story in our original series, Project Home.
Actually, it's been booming.
It's busy times for Danielle Pereira, a realtor with Z Group Real Estate in Pollock Pines. People are flocking to the Sierra foothills to buy their dream home far away from the big city at bargain prices by Bay Area standards. But there's a hitch.
Heavenly Father, please help us.
Ever since Paradise burned to the ground in 2018, home insurance costs in El Dorado County have gone through the roof, catching home buyers by surprise.
We have seen deals fall through. People have paid for inspections, they've removed contingencies, and then they realize that their homeowners insurance is going to be $7,000, $8,000. We've even seen quotes as high as $15,000 and $19,000 for a year.
Builders are feeling the pinch as well. Jim Haar has 2 brand new homes on the market, one still under construction. He says most prospective buyers have no clue about the insurance issues.
Well, they don't seem to know much about it. What they do is they become interested in the house, and then they call their insurance agent.
Despite all the new fire deterrent features built into new homes, regular insurers don't write policies here. The only option is almost always the expensive and bare-bones California Fair Plan.
Well, it's around $3,000 for that. It's about double what normal insurance would be. I'm not sure how they came up with the name of the Fair Plan, but I don't think it's always fair.
Hardest hit areas are designated as very high fire hazard severity zones. Most of the Sierra foothills are included, but also big swaths of the Bay Area, including Oakland, Berkeley Hills, La Miranda, Pleasanton, parts of San Mateo, and southern Santa Clara counties. Homes for sale in high fire zones already have to include a real estate disclosure. But the skyrocketing insurance trend has prompted Z Group to go a step further. The real estate company now requires prospective home buyers to sign an addendum with their offer that says buyer must provide signed homeowners insurance quote, and even that might not be enough.
It's just unfortunate because we hadn't budgeted this kind of money.
John bought his dream retirement home on Apple Hill in El Dorado County 4 years ago. He knew insurance was going to be expensive, but not this expensive.
We've gone up about $2,000 each year when it gets renewed.
His home insurance went from $2,100 at purchase to $8,400. Even though he's done everything he can to harden the house and create a defensible space.
We've taken out over 100 trees, and I mean, these were old trees, cedars, pines that were over 100 feet tall. It just killed us.
But all to no avail.
Unfortunately, he can't control what's around him.
Aurora is John's insurance agent.
They've created a programming system that takes into effect what is the slope around your property, how much fuel do you have around your property. So those factors go into basically an algorithm, and it spits out a score.
She says just one fire score can override any preventative measures a homeowner takes.
So it doesn't get reweighted. He's still paying the highest surcharge that there is in California Fair Plan.
And she says the scores are all based on factors that are kept confidential.
They don't disclose that, and they don't allow us to see it, and there's no way to appeal it or even check to see if it's correct or to have it updated, and that's not fair.
He is absolutely right. The current system is not fair.
Insurance Commissioner Ricardo Lara wants to create statewide standards that would require insurers to disclose the data behind their fire scores.
Right now, it's essentially a black box. Nobody knows why they received that score, how they received it.
The proposed new rules would also allow for appeals and guarantee discounts.
You know, good drivers get a discount. Insurance companies should be providing discounts for mitigation. Not only does it make sense, but it incentivizes Californians to continue to do the right thing.
These new insurance standards are meant to add predictability for homeowners and buyers in high fire zone areas. Right now in these zones, an insurance quote today could be rendered meaningless tomorrow.
We try to tell everybody, if you're at your max now, then expect 5 years from now, you're not going to be able to afford this home. So really look at whether or not this is something that you're willing or able to do.
As for John, despite his insurance nightmare, he has no plans to sell his new retirement home on Apple Hill.
I mean, it's beautiful up here, and listen how quiet it is. The deer are right up there watching us as we're filming this. It's like, it doesn't get nicer than this.
So we did get some good news from John today. His insurance agent was able to find him an alternative plan and move him off of the very expensive FAIR plan. But the alternative options are few and far between. They're difficult to find.
And Susie, what if you get to the point as a homeowner that you just flat out cannot afford this insurance? Can you just not have insurance?
Well, if you have a mortgage, you have to have an insurance. You have to have insurance as well.
That's the
But
law.
you're bringing up a good point, which is that talking to people in El Dorado County, a lot of people living there, seniors on fixed income, are selling their homes because they simply can't afford the insurance anymore. And people moving from the Bay Area can. So it's driving a lot of the longstanding population out.
And we saw a lot of people last year who had paid off their homes, so they didn't have the insurance requirement. Their houses burned down. They lost everything except the dirt underneath it.
Yeah, it's so tragic to see that.
All right. Thank you, Susie.